Alright, BGL Season 5, Week 3. Let's just hop in. 281. I do not know that area code. Bayway. I mean, right off the bat, kind of feels like Florida. Southeast for sure, at the very least. There's a front plate. Is this like Texas then? Like, not necessarily Houston specifically, but, that's sideways traffic lights. Okay, so it's 100% either Florida or Texas. I'm seeing front plates more than I'm seeing no front plates, so I'm going to say Texas. Houston area makes a lot of sense. Would it be as far south as like Corpus Christi? I mean, potentially. Looks like that's a highway to our northeast there. Do we see? Did we see something here? Because I saw the word freeway. Freeway S. I think that's an S. So I think that's not actually that helpful. Exit Fukua. Is that a town by chance? That'd be pretty convenient. Like maybe... Okay, we've got a little less than a minute. Let's try to think this through. That would imply that we're near a bay. Which, I mean, you know, that's kind of, you know, there's a couple of bays around here. I think going around Houston makes the most sense. So yeah, sideways traffic lights, front plates. I think this is certainly Texas. I don't know what road this is. I don't think we have road signs. I don't think. Alright, let me try to last second, because we're low on time. Funny road trick this. We're kind of going this direction. There's a bit of a highway. I kind of feel like this just kind of feels about right. Alright, sweet. Very happy with that guess. Yeah, I guess I could have gone even further in that direction, but I'm not complaining about that. 49, 40, that's a great guess. Alright, on to round 2. That looks like a Delaware plate. Let's just keep looking around. Is this just Delaware? Maybe like Alabama. Okay, I can't tell if that's a yellow text on a blue background of the Delaware plate, or if that's yellow from that one Alabama plate. But just judging by... This doesn't feel particularly southeast. I think this is Delaware. But that plate kind of looks like it has a bit of green towards the bottom, like Alabama. Does Delaware have this many trees? Got a minute. Take this time to try to think this through. This looks so much more like Delaware than it does Alabama. If that's the two states that have kind of narrowed it down to, it has to be Delaware. Now, what part of Delaware? It doesn't. I feel like this would be relatively northern, because southern Delaware is like farms and stuff. I think I'm gonna go fairly north. Do we have street names? Meadowview and Ellie Croft. I mean, there's no chance we're gonna find it. I think I'll just kind of region guess around there. What the hell? Hold up, no, I'm clicking on that again. Those are New Jersey plates? Seriously? Dude, I'm sorry. To me, that just looks more like yellow text on blue background. And also, that car over there, oh, it does have a front plate. I'll be damned. I thought that was no front plate, but I guess I didn't take a very close look at it. But even still, even if I saw it was a front plate, I don't know if that would have changed my guess. I guess it could have been worse. Like, it's basically like 4,000. That's not the worst guess in the world. All right, on to round 3. Oh yeah, middle of nowhere. These trees makes me think southeast. Ooh, what do we have here? Raven Rock State Park. Is that an outline of South Carolina? Or is that I don't know. I mean, that kind of feels about right, maybe. Any other clues, please? An area code starting with an 8, maybe? No, that'd be very convenient to help the South Carolina idea. There's some plates over there, but they're too far away to really... Uh, park hours, blah, blah, blah. I mean, I think I just have to... I mean, yeah, I'm just going to region guess this. Definitely feel southeast with these trees. Like, if I didn't... Is that a state outline of South Carolina? I think I'm tripping. I think that's just a triangle. I'm pretty sure that's just a triangle. Raven Rock State Park. I'll try to scour the map in this last minute for our Raven Rock State Park, somewhere around here-ish, maybe. I'm gonna look a little bit further north just in case I'm way off with this with my assessment here. It's a town called Raven, but I don't think that's... Oh, jeez. I can't tell if I'm zoomed in far enough to find a potential... I feel like South Carolina is an okay guess. Alright, where was it? North Carolina. How far zoomed in would I have had to be to find that? There it is. Raven Rock State Park. Alright. And 3.4 is fine. Alright, on around 4. Crossroads Store. Why am I tunnel visioning? This is not going to be helpful. Okay, this is probably going to be a tough one. Oh. Helpful sign, maybe, please. I can't tell what that says. MGR. Farm Road. Okay, where do I think this is? My first thought would be somewhere in Ohio, but I don't feel great about that. What about, like, Kentucky, maybe? I think there's actually a trick with Kentucky with, like, the edges of the roads. I don't think this is Kentucky. But I might put my marker somewhere around there, because that kind of feels about right still. Farm Road, 219. I feel like if that sign wasn't so blurry, I feel like that might actually have some useful information potentially. Yeah, I'm not feeling great about this one. Not feeling great about this one. I think I'll keep my marker in kind of like Kentucky, Ohio. I kind of like this as a region guess. Let's just see, where is it? It's going to be way off. Oh no. Missouri. Alright, well, that kind of sucks. Alright, final round. Interesting. Interesting. Because this is hilly. Where is this? My first thought is Michigan. Well, no, my first thought, when it was just like this angle, my first thought was like Vermont or something, but I don't think it's mountainous enough for this to be somewhere like Vermont or New Hampshire. I think this is just a hilly... Then again, Michigan isn't really that hilly, is it? Telephone poles, I don't suppose they have the Wisconsin sticker on them. I don't think this is Wisconsin, but it's worth at least looking, but no. Oh boy. Once again, not feeling good about this one. The tree, at the very least, I can tell it's not going to be southeast. This is going to be relatively north. Now, is it Michigan north? I don't think Michigan is this hilly. New York? Like upstate New York, maybe? Do I want to hedge and go like around here somewhere, around like New York, Pennsylvania? Because kind of hedges for both my ideas of Michigan, and I don't think it's going to be Vermont, but it's... New York or Pennsylvania feels realistic, I guess. So I think I'll ultimately keep my marker there, but I don't know, dude. This is tough. Sure, somewhere around there. Where was it? Not bad, honestly. That could have been a lot worse. That could have been a lot worse. That works. Let's see what the final score was here. Eh. Let's see where that ranks against everybody else. So far, I am 10th out of 27. Okay. A bit better than I was expecting. First one. We were all in a... That's awesome. We were all in like a little line there. And, you know, a few people didn't get the Texas thing, but everyone who got Texas was all kind of in a straight line. That's pretty cool. How many 5Ks did we have in this one? We had like 3 5Ks in this one. All right. Round 2. Okay, I guess not everybody identified the plate, but a lot of people did. And a lot of people also guessed northern. I guess it did kind of give a more northern vibe of New Jersey. Round 3. Not a bad guess. Yeah, a lot of people kind of getting the right region. Yeah, makes sense. And how many people finding the park? Only, I think it was like 3. Yeah, it looks like just 3 people, or 4, found the park. A handful of people getting Missouri, but all right, cool. I'm not crazy. Yep, there's kind of a cluster of people in Indiana. All right, I am not crazy. Awesome. Round 5. Nobody went Michigan, and nobody went Vermont either. The 2 places that I was thinking. The hedge paid off. Okay, yeah, but that was a very tough round. All in all, I feel like that went pretty all right. Okay, so here's the status of week 3 right now. Oh, we won. Sweet, we already win for this week. But yeah, obviously, I'm recording this on Saturday. There's still some more games to be played. How did week 2 go? I can't speak. Week 2, we did lose. So you know, that was kind of unfortunate. Where do I rank in the individual leaders right now? 20th. Yeah, I'm pretty much middle of the pack right now, and that's with... Is that sorted by average? That is sorted by average. All right, yeah, okay. Standings, and my face cam is in the way. Let me move myself to the other side. There we go. All right, but I guess that's it for me for now, so see y'all next week.